Hello and welcome to Chuck's Diecast Car and Model Reviews. Today we're taking a look at a model of a car that I've actually never seen in person. This is a model of the Alpine A310. This particular model is made by Norev and is in 1/18 scale. Reason why I got this car is because I remember reading car magazines back in the 90s and reading reviews of this car, and they seem to rate it pretty highly. And also, I just like the styling of it. I just thought it was a very interesting looking car, a very cool looking car. So I've actually always wanted one of these for years. A background on this car. It first was built in, I believe, 1971 or 1972. And they only made, I believe, reading up on it, 2,340 of these. Now, for the first half dozen years or so, they came with a 130 horsepower 1.6 liter inline four engine, which is, pretty feeble by modern standards, but at the same time, the car only weighed about 1,850 pounds because it has, it's like a Lotus. It has a steel backbone chassis and then a fiberglass shell, so it's a very lightweight car. I understand it handles quite well due to the fact that it has a dual wishbone front and rear suspension, and it is a rear engine car, which is of course the same thing that a 911 is like, which is why this was sometimes referred to as the French Porsche 911. So let's go ahead and take a look at this model here. It's actually a pretty good looking model, considering it was not an expensive model. Norev is a French company, so I imagine they may have put a little bit more effort into making this model, so it does look quite good. Now, I told you that there were two versions, the one with the inline four, and then there was the later version with the V6. This is the version with the inline four, and the way you can tell is because this has a 6 headlight front end. The later versions with the 6-cylinder, this little thing here was actually broadened because they only had 4 headlights. Also, the later ones did not have these NACA ducts in front. Interestingly, the V6 really didn't provide a huge amount more horsepower. I believe it only added about 10 more horsepower, which, once you realize this is the same engine that they used in the DeLorean, that's why, and those were pretty slow as well. You'll know that it just wasn't a very powerful engine. And although, like I said, this was quicker because of its light weight. So taking a look at the model here, first of all, this is a sports car, but it does have 4-bolt wheels. I believe the later versions even had 3-bolt wheels, which kind of seems scary to me. You can see here that it has the badging on the side here. Let's go ahead and get a little bit closer here so you can see that. But there's an Alpine badging. Notice it doesn't have a true door handle. It just has a button you push, and then an indentation at the rear of the door where you can reach around and grab the edge of the door. You can see, you can't really tell, but this You know, you can't look at the discs or the calipers there, but you can see the badging there in the center cap. The view from the front here, and this is probably my favorite aspect, is this wedge-shaped front end, and they did a good job on this model here. You can see a nice detailing here on the headlights. That is, if I can get it to focus. But nice detailing there, nice detailing with the turn signals and all that sort of stuff. So that does look quite good. I find it interesting that the windshield wipers do not work in concert, but they kind of work against each other. That's kind of weird, but that's the French for you. Taking a look at the rear here. Nice job here on the Alpine Renault badge on the back, as well as those tail light and reverse lights. So that all looks good. Not a very exciting looking exhaust there, is it? But then again, it's that 1.6 liter V6, or excuse me, inline 4. So the early cars all had this louvers on the back, and you know, it's a very 70s thing, and I think it looks pretty good. They removed these later, and I think they later became an option. But underneath here, you will see what passes for a trunk, and then there is another lifting area where you can see the engine underneath that little engine cover. And again, you can see that it is rear engine. Not bad detail, really. I'm pretty happy with that. So definitely a good job by Norev in this aspect. And also you can see here, there is a window separating the engine bay, I guess, / trunk from the passenger compartment. So let's go ahead and open these doors and take a look at it here. I don't have scale fingers, so I'll have to use this tool here to open it up. And you will see here, excuse me, some nice detailing in here. They really did do a very good job in here. I really like this steering wheel, again with the badging in the center. That center console looks fantastic. Look at all that nice detail in there, including the handbrake. And the dash looks great there too. Take a look at that. I mean, they did a nice job on this dash. I'm very happy with that. And the seats look very cool. Very 70s in terms of their bolstering, which is not very much. There is no seat belt, which I do believe is incorrect. Nice, decent detailing there on the door panel. And well, when we take a look at the other side, again, you will see all that nice work on the interior. So a very, very good model. And honestly, I would have preferred to have the V6 model, of course. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. I mean, honestly, this is the only model of the A310 I've ever found. And with all this detail here, I do recommend it highly. So that's my look at the lovely Norev Alpine A310. I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Have yourself a great day.